Okay, next game. What? How did he say that? Hold on a second. We need to hear that. Shh. What did she say?
Mousesports turn to pick.
Mousesports turn to pick. What the hell? That's close enough. So welcome. We're gonna be watching. I'm gonna be doing commentary upon the Mousesports against NaVi. And I was praising, and if you watch my older games, or if you not, I hate his voice. What a fucking faggot. I'm sorry about that. I can help it. I can help it. By the way, this mic's pretty good. By the way, this mic definitely sounds better in the sense of. If I scream, it actually tries to filtrate my screaming, so the screaming is not really gonna burst your ears, which I think is a positive thing. I think that we can classify... She can shut up for a second. That's classic fucking female. Like, did you hear that? And I can't say anything because she's... See? Alright. So this bike is definitely good. I'm gonna be using it for these matches. It's easier for me, and of course I can scream a little bit too much, which I like. And people are like, you need to put more emphasis in the matches. If there's a good hole, you need to scream a lot. Okay, I get it, so I'm gonna be screaming at the holes. So here we go. Mousesports against NaVi. And this is one thing. I was praising Seer a lot for... I think for me that's a secret hero of this tournament, in a sense of performance, I think. That hero, if it's on a capable team, is absolutely ridiculous. He needs to get only 2 items, free to say. Okay, he needs to get, 2 items, like a choices, and 1 item certain. So he needs to get mech, or after the mech, let's say, which is going, if he is free farm, that can be mid, it can be actually solo one-on-one, or jungle. He will get there. He will get to the mech very soon, 10 minutes in, under 15-minute mech, okay, as a DS. The greatest thing about Seer is that he needs 2 items. Choice. Dagger, situational of course wise, dagger or BKB. One of those items will secure perfect ulti and vacuum combo. A vacuum combo can go with anything you can think of. So, for example, right now we have first hero Alchemist. If Alchemist throws that stun and Seer vacuums in a time, that can be stun, I don't want to say on 4, but say on 2, 3 at least people. Because it clumps them together, and Alchemist stun of course works off the area as a little area effect around the target that you're casting it on. So that is huge, and we of course gonna see more heroes working with the Seer with the NaVi, and I think so far that was their strongest strategy. So if I was against NaVi, I would ban Seer. Of course they have a lot of combination of heroes they can play, but Seer in NaVi team seems to be, in NaVi performance seems to be that hero that wins the game just like that for them. So let's go through the bans. We have a Wisp, Batrider, OD, Queen of Pain, so they don't want to play against OD on the mid. That could be too annoying for Dandy to kind of handle, because it doesn't matter how good of a player you are, OD is just better on that lane. At least, like, he will get as many denies. If you're a perfect player, perfect last hitter, OD will get denies, like, because he will put you in a prison. He has almost infinite mana to say, if he's at least lucky enough, because of this, third passive spell that gives him mana as a chance when he's casting spells. Plus he has Buckler, he can trigger it with many things, so it will give him mana in the end. So he will get denies. He will be at least at the level of yours, even if you are Dandy. So they don't want that. They want Dandy free reign of power on that mid, which you definitely can do. On the other team, it's a Visage, which of course is the best support in the game, I think. Lifestealer, we have a Gyrocopter and a Weaver, which I think are very smart bans, Lifesteal and Weaver. Those are one of the most effective heroes. And if you watch my DK against, or anybody's DKs against LGD, I'm not really sure which game. I actually have to kind of name that, I think, appropriately later on because I forgot. Lucky me, right? Yeah, if you watch that game, it was, unfortunately, they let DK, Lifestealer, and Weaver to the opponent team. See, NaVi is not doing it. NaVi knows the fucking power of that team. Okay, so those are the bans. We have picks. We have a Chen, Dragon Knight, Rubik, and Tinker for the Mouseboard. On the other hand, we have Alchemist, Seer, Jack Hero, and Nyx Assassin. Of course, Jack Hero works perfectly with the Seer, as Alchemist does. Even Nyx Assassin, timing-wise, can be... I don't want to say easy, but it definitely can produce very good results. Timing was Nyx Assassin cancelling, or sorry, hitting that Earth Spike. Actually, Impale. I think it's called Impale. Earth Spike is from a lion, so Impale into that, via vacuum. So they already have good enough combinations for the team. You have to see what's gonna happen, of course, with the other team, because so far it's okay. I wouldn't say it's as great as NaVi. Like, I just see NaVi when they pick Darkseer and they pick around it, and that's not necessarily around it, but it works around it, let's say, then it's very hard to defeat them. It's very hard to defeat them because how can you shut down Darkseer? One-on-one, you can't. On a mid, he's gonna be on a mid, you can't shut him down. If he's gonna be on a solo one-on-one, hard. Then if he's gonna be against Rylane, well, he's not gonna be there. Let me tell you, he's gonna be in the jungle, he's gonna get level, 4, let's say, in the jungle, or at least 3, and get back to the lane with a stronger Ion Shell, which is gonna be pretty bad for you, because that's 3-4 minutes in. So, Darkseer for me is so far one of the best heroes of the tournament, at least from NaVi performance, I think. Next bans are Storm, and we have a Anti-Mage, actually. Anti-Mage as a ban for Mousesports. Kind of Black hero, of course DK on the mid, so they kind of need some big carry. Tinker could be on the Ancient. We'll see what's gonna happen, of course, with the picks and everything, but yeah, it could happen. Storm, of course, is good against Tinker, Chen, Rubik, and maybe even the last pick they're gonna pick, so Storm with the Orchid could completely destroy Tinker, could completely destroy Chen, without the casting single spells, which that's not what you want. Chen needs to control the situation, Chen needs to be behind, but Storm has that leap over the whole team against him, and Tinker the same thing. Storm has that leap against him, and the Shadow Fiend, if it's gonna be the last pick, it's gonna be Dandy, of course. So Lone Druid is gonna be on black, so it's gonna be farming Lone Druid. Kind of wondering where Koiwa is gonna be. Ancient, back to forth on a lane. He can't really be on the lane, so we have to see what's gonna be happening. Of course, they I think their pick is fine, but it's not pick against. I don't think it's pick against Navi. If you just think about like of course Darkseer, the wall, of course, not affecting the Lone Druid Bear. That's one thing. They have that, sure. So the Lone Druid Bear can freely run around like little fella, hitting them in the faces, hitting these illusions in the faces, and pretty much clearing it up. If he's built Radiance, it's a viable thing against his team, but still, Dandy minus armor. Chwost, minus armor. But a Chwost, for people that are watching a lot of English streams, Chwost. I like them too, so it's okay. But it's Chwost. It's actually like a tail of the fox, I think, translation. Something like that. Just brief translation of my limited use of Russian. Sorry. I was invaded when I was not really alive, okay? My parents were learning Russian in a school as they had to. I was like, okay, so you had to choose between Russian and well, we're gonna dispel you from a school. I had English and German, actually. Interestingly enough, I still German, which is okay, nicht versprechen, Deutsch, I don't know. Okay, it's fine language, I like it, and it's great. I like all Europe. Russia especially, apparently. So here we go. Of course, the lanes will be fairly normal. Dandy on the mid. Funnick will be on the top lane. As you can see, Funnick has this kind of special, maybe treatment from a Valve with this international special hat that he has on a Darkseer. But definitely Funnick is very good on a Darkseer and works. We've seen Funnick, I think, the first games against Fnatic not really performing so well in some heroes, some cases. But as a Darkseer, he fits Navi perfectly. Their gameplay style with like a precise combos, it's great. So we have Rubik going kind of backwards. He's watching for maybe Darkseer, but Darkseer is just going to be jungling, as I said, for that level 3, and then he's going to be actually heading probably towards top lane. So Koiwa on the top lane will have the free farm, free reign, and that's a good thing for a Tinker because he can get boots of travel very fast. We saw it already. He can get boots of travel in a matter of 7 minutes, 6 minutes. If he's going solo ring, it's going to be like 10 minutes, but still, or 9 minutes. It's going to be very soon. That is his choice. That's definitely his choice to do solo ring if he wants to be the push on the lane or not. So Lone Druid on the bot lane, already pulling. Oh, he lost it. He lost it. Wow, he actually lost a lot of it. That's not a good gameplay, man. That's not a good one. That's a pretty bad one. Right now they can just take it. He cannot do anything about this lane, and that's definitely setting him back a lot. He's not gonna get a single point of XP from this one. They just basically deflected the range creep, but this one is definitely hurting. Okay, back. So right now Chwost having definitely free farm of his life, and on Alchemist, that's a big thing. That's a big thing to say. They have already very good initiation on bot lane, so he has to be extremely careful to just not get there. He cannot get there at this point with this type of hero. With the Tranquil Bolt, he can be more aggressive if he gets that, sure. But right now, he definitely cannot. So Dandy against Feda, it's fine for... Like, Dandy is better on mid. Let's just be realistic here. Dandy can control the mid better, as you can see, already getting some assets. Missing that one, unfortunately, but, you know, putting Koiva at some certain disadvantage there. We'll get, as you can see, he already got damage items, because that's the biggest thing about the Nevermore. He needs to get the damage from his passive as soon as possible. If he doesn't, he's definitely, you know, getting behind. So he forced, basically, he cannot get there, Feda, so then he's gonna take the haste. No, he's not. Cinderin is actually guarding it. Nice. That's pretty important, because this is a good one. It's not necessarily for him to be aggressive towards Dandy, because raises, of course, and then he will have his ball after next creep, so it's not a big thing. In a sense of killing Dandy, I don't think it's gonna happen. If Cinderin, of course, not gonna be helping from like behind the smoke, then it could happen. But escaping-wise, nothing can touch him actually. As you can see, Fnatic level 4 already, 2 and 2, so he might go to the top lane, or he might not. Like, there's actually no reason for a top lane, it seems. So Fnatic probably gonna be following it up on level 5 for this Darks here. He has some certain... It's a bottle for Fnatic, so he's actually gonna be probably going for a bot lane. Sorry, for a top lane very soon. With the bottle, I think he can kind of feel comfortable that he can kind of out-heal some of the damage that these guys have. Koiva, pretty classic build so far, so he's gonna be maxing the March of Machines. Which is, of course, a very good spell against NaVi team. Kind of positioning-wise, like NaVi, in this type of strategy, like we see it many times right now, they kind of like to get daggers. They like to get daggers and brutal initiation. And they have 3 heroes, or 2 heroes, let's say, to get daggers. Actually 3. Dandy. He's gonna probably want to get first BKB, but you never know, It's gonna probably first gonna be BKB, of course. Nyx, perfect for dagger. And Dark Seer. He's gonna have two items. It's gonna be dagger or BKB. Of course, on the mid we have a smoke, telekinesis, stun of the centaur, and Cinder there. So Dandy could be that actually. There's nothing he can do about this. There's gonna be stun of the centaur right now coming. Cinder still has a big nuke. He doesn't even need to use it. Doesn't even use the stuff faith. Level 2, which is actually, if it hits correctly, which is, you know, around 200 or just slightly below 200, it's a big thing. Of course, on the bot lane there's a push, so they're definitely immediately trying to get something from it. Black not getting much. Still level 1. Still level 1. Bear sent to the back, but that doesn't mean anything because it's a bear level, you know, 1. So this is not a good thing for Black because he should be getting something. Like, if you see Fnatic like now, like he's comfortably sitting with level 4, just from jungle. So there's a question. What Black achieved on that bot lane? Could he get to the jungle and farm something? From easy camp maybe? Cinderin can pull the Wildkin maybe, get the stag, get it to the Black. Could something happen like that? Maybe. But they definitely did something that I think Mouse is not known for, but we are a lot of talking about, like, at this big of a tournament, there can be something surprising, which I think Fnatic with the dagger, Dandy with the dagger, that's surprising. You need to adjust your gameplay towards it, right? Like, you need to think of something with your pick outside of the box. You need to do something more than just play the game. And I think that's kind of a thing about Mousesports, at least of recent, that they can adjust. They can adjust. Even it seems like drafting, they just can't pull out from their like a save point, something new. It seems like it's the same standard that everybody kind of figure out already, and it kind of, I think it shows in this tournament especially, because this is not good. Level 1 is not good going right now to the jungle. It's not really great because this tower is fallen and he's still not there. Like, they still can control him with the pulls, as you see. Nothing changed. 5 minutes in, nothing changed. And of course, it's taken. Everything's taken. So he's like, okay, what do I do now? That's definitely not a good position. Fnatic level 5 already, in a very good spot. Creep skipping. And Quebec could be in trouble. He has rockets, he's March Machine, so he should put March Machine on the ground right now if he wants to live, or at least deal some Cinder damage. This is his 150 damage, so he was trying to get the damage done. Rubik is there with the telekinesis, so that's a big damage. That's a big kill. Fnatic definitely underestimating his abilities to kill Koiva, or not being juked, because he felt that he's there. And that's Fnatic, I think, is known. Level 6 already, he's going Volef Replica. I actually like that. I wasn't really... I was never thinking about this type of a first level of that ulti that soon, because I'm like, I need to get the vacuum, and like, there's no way I'm not getting vacuum. It's such a useful ability. And it is, like, if you have your Jack Kiddo, if you have Nevermore, like, it's Alchemist. Well, anybody on their team, actually. It's extremely useful, but this used as a magical damage sometimes, like a magical damage portion of you trying to hunt somebody down, it's actually okay. It worked in many, many situations. So we are back to the jungle, we're gonna pull one more time, and then get the camp. Dandy again in trouble, but he's got support this time. Dandy being disabled by Cinderan. Cinderan does have a nuke, not really using it. Kuroki is hunting past, but nothing's gonna happen. It's like back and forth. Kuroki is on low HPs. Cinderan still sitting on a nuke. Nobody was that low to kill it yet, but definitely, you know, he has full mana, so... Could just blast somebody in the face. I like to blast people in the face with Eza-chan. Let's see Black, what he's doing. Level 3 already. Which, level-wise, is... he is the lowest amount of levels on the map as a lone druid. If you kind of compare it to other lone druid players, I don't think it's very effective. And right now there's a question raised: is Koiwa good enough hero right now to cancel what NaVi has? And NaVi, they are known to be precise in the team action and aggressive in the team action, which means, as I said, daggers. They are going to be building towards daggers. So there's a Fada, there's a Cinder with a lot of creeps. Wow, he couldn't get the net off. He couldn't get the net off, which is interesting, but I'm not necessarily sure if he canceled it or the guy just didn't have the range at all. Like there's a pre-animation that won't allow you to do it. Fnatic level 7, Yoncha level 4. So right now he's in a great spot. He can be definitely annoying towards Black. He got out of the vision, now back to the vision. Black doesn't have Entangle yet, so this could be a kill of Sonic. Wait for a wall of Replica if it's needed. There's a wall of Replica. He's speeding him up, and he's gonna get a kill. No, he's not. Wow, okay. So Cinder is there, stun is gonna be there. No, we have a little mister of the stun. The Cinder is very slow hero. Against Fnatic, of course, 5-2. That's gonna be a kill. Nice. Level 3 of rockets. That free farm and free levels are definitely paying off. Pass on the bot lane, unfortunately. Getting the heal of a Chan. Gonna be stunning these guys, but the Hwost is actually too fast and too good. It seems so far. There's a magic wand. Can he actually do it? Can he actually juke it? He's getting some hits, but I don't think he can. No, Jacker is gonna be finishing him off. Hwost should be able to live. He has Shadow Blade. Yeah, he can juke this. His movement speed is superior by 100 to DK, so he can just get away very easily. And that's Hwost leaving the lane towards his Shadow Blade, so they don't know it. They are like, okay, he's not getting anything yet. Of course, they understand the farm perspective, but the Shadow Blade is still gonna be a surprise. Absolutely. So Dandy, let's see what he's going to be building. Of course, it's gonna be BKB. There's no doubt about that. Black levels. It's 4. He's still like he couldn't still get after that action. So Fnatic, you know, died, but Black still couldn't get level 5. So he doesn't have Entangles yet. He's gonna reach Entangle after this creep, or maybe actually no. He needs to kill one more creep after this one. He needs to get all the XPs he needs, actually. He cannot leave yet. He needs to get everything. Of course, whole team is kind of supporting him. He's having definitely a rough time. There's Alchemist. Very surprisingly. Let's see, Cinder is actually... Cinder is getting kind of off. There's a Centaur stun. Nice one. Kind of into telekinesis, but it's fine. Let's see what's gonna happen. Plus has too many HPs. Too many HPs. Cannot do anything about him. Too fast, too much of a regen. And of course no Entangle. He hit Entangle there, okay, maybe. But it would have to be the first hit if he actually wanted that. Of course, there's no boot on a bear, so there's just no way. There's just no way. And that's the thing that is kind of that's gonna be behind for like the whole game. Like, he's not recovering from this one. They have Koiwa, that's it. He can just go around and they do this. Try to hold as much as he can until maybe DK gets something, but he's not getting anything. So, like, usually the focus is on a lone druid because it's like you have a bear and yourself. It's easier to control the farm, but in this one, it was not. Puppy, sorry, Dandy, getting his Ogre Club. Of course, still bullet crowing. It's not gonna stop, I think. As you can see in these tournaments, TI3 right now, I don't think it happened in the TI2 that much. There's gonna be a lot of bullet crow. I'm surprised that they are not getting double couriers. Of course, double courier is not that effective anymore. You can take in Dota 2 courier you can give him bottle and, you know, camp him on a rune and take the bottle with a courier. Just can't do it, unfortunately. Which I think is... I like that. NaVi Fnatic actually initiating on a pass. We'll see what's gonna happen. There could be immediate TPs. Pass. So Koiba ready? No, he's not. NaVi's actually ready. There we go. There are TPs. Quest has so many HPs still, but this is kind of clusterfuck action so far. There's Replicate Wall, kind of missing everything because they can get just... They don't need to run there anymore. But that was kind of for Fnatic to escape, it seems. So nothing's gonna happen yet. There are reinforcements by Kurokai and Poppy. Nice. Kuroki can actually get him, and Faifera could be dead very easily. There's a Yon Shell, as you can see. Yep, he's dead. Nothing to get about this. Yon Shell is too strong, level 7. A lot of TPs again. Kuroki could be in trouble, but that's a good trade nevertheless. Nice ice ball by Papi, but Kuroki is going to be down. No Impale, unfortunately, turning rate of this hero apparently is shit. Black is getting levels though from these actions, but the farm, you know, this is the farm. Like that's that. Syndra 42, Lone Druid 29, and you could say this is creeps from jungle. That doesn't count as high from a lane. Okay. This is from jungle too. So, unfortunately. He can't really dive that much. He does have support by Dandy. Dandy has a dagger. Dandy doesn't have a dagger, but he has haste. So, can they do it? Can they do it? One race. Missed. Okay, they can do it. They're definitely overdoing things, but the opponent team doesn't seem to have an answer for this. It was definitely some border charges for this one, because he's diving too much. There we go. A good old Dandy. So Koiva finishing his dagger. I would like to point out... Wow, this could be dangerous for Fada. He actually sees this. Kurokai initiating on Black, and Black is actually dead. Instantly. Instantly dead. I would like to point out gameplay of Koiva. This is from replay, of course, because I'm doing it second day. Because the first day I cannot do it because it's played, you know, like 5 AM. So Koiva, interesting gameplay. Look how he's moving on the map. He's not moving doing this. He's not moving doing this. Sorry. Doing this. He's not moving the screen by the mouse. He's moving the screen by, like, middle button, it seems. Which is the middle button of the mouse. So this type of movement he does. Which I think is interesting because I think it's very unique. Because look at it. Look at him moving the screen. It's definitely unique. Okay, there's initiation on the Quest. There's a lot of things, a lot of disable from the Centaurs, and Quest will die instantly. It was good action from the mouse, pulling out finally something great. Giving time to the Black to farm, which is needed. He needs to farm. He needs to get the level, at least the level to there. At least he needs to get that. And of course, good DK. So Chen being definitely like Chen creeps can actually give you this action because there's so much rotation of stuns and disables that you can pull off. Telekinesis, stun, disable, slow. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. That's why I love Chen. He can have the sustainability of these stuns. He's not going to disappear. His ulti will heal them fully, so it's definitely great. So Syndra's looking for the mech himself. There's an assassin. He has Invis immediately if he wants to. Stunning creeps being instantly, wow, instantly wiped, disabled completely. That was different than I would expect the action, because I was like, he's gonna go Invis, maybe like for just for the movement speed, just for the sake of movement speed, he's gonna go Invis, maybe right here where there's no war. But he's like stunning creeps, like let's get the money. I got the Yon Shell. Apparently not. So Mao definitely pulling good action, sending Fada back. But the Puppy, sorry, Dandy, I'm Puppy, my Puppy, I like Puppy, I guess. Okay, but Dandy is having BKB, right now next item is definitely Dagger. Let's see, Pathonic has a mech. Of course, Azot Kiras is on the way, still they are very much behind. Like, we can look at the graphs, sorry about this. Like, okay, that's good enough, I guess, 5,000 of course. But doesn't like mean much, you just can look at the game, like, I don't like to pull out the graphs, like, you can just look at the game and know, and just know. Like, if you haven't killed right now Dandy in these type of minutes, like, his damage is gonna be ridiculous. And the combo that they're gonna be performing is, I think, that's gonna happen very, very soon. Koiba. Searching! Fnatic searching! He knows that he's here right now. Because there's the only other way. He can blink away, he doesn't need to actually worry about anything. There we go. Yeah, I'm really, like, you know, interested in this type of a gameplay of Koiva. I think it's unique. He always, like, he's not even watching the well or anything, he's just watching very precise play. He doesn't, like, you know, click too much. He has very precise play, moving the screen like that. It's very interesting to me. Very interesting to me was, like, the idea behind this. Because usually in every single strategy, even, you move like this. Of course, you more move in a sense of groups. You move in a sense of groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're jumping like this more than anything else, but still you move like this when you want to go. So that is definitely, I think, interesting, and I think unique playstyle, honestly. Sindren. Heading mech, that's gonna help, but they are missing those deeps. They are missing those deeps. With deeps, they have disables, as you see, many disables. Disabling Chvost is very good on level 11, so they can do that, but they don't have the deeps. But Koiva definitely is doing his job. Like, normally these towers would be down, but he's still pushing, still being very active, going through the motion of the Tinker that everybody's used to. And he could be getting Dagon. As I said, they don't have any deeps, so that could be the choice. Of course, Hex would be also a choice, so we have to kind of wait for him to get some certain items. Of course, right now, he's not really getting anything. Because of buyback. He kind of needs to be there, unfortunately. So if he gets caught, which would be happening when there's going to be some certain initiation, as you can see, Funnick already looking at the dagger, I think, at this point. Dandy, the same thing. He's going to buy the dagger right now from the secret shop. There we go. And it's a level alt 11. Level... That's not 11. But the vacuum is more important than the replicate in this type of a combination. And Quos can just, stand from an invis, so... Expect this combination to happen. They don't need it to like perform it correctly in this match, unfortunately. Like I would like to see them pressured into like perfect action. Then I think they could do it, but right now we have to kind of wait for it and to see if they can do it. So far I'm enjoying this TI3 more than TI2 because TI2, I like the combinations, but a lot of teams were underperforming from Europe. I think it's the opposite. I think Chinese are like, it's fine. It's okay. They have their standard. Some heroes are kind of questionable from them, I think. They don't seem to be playing them so like much, it seems. They don't have that many practice with these type of heroes. And some teams from Europe are just completely screwing with them. Like the Chinese are like, we're gonna ban this, pick this, and you should be in trouble. And Alliance is like, well, we don't care. Like it doesn't seem like, for me, Alliance right now, it doesn't seem that they care what they're gonna play. It seems like every player has at least 3 heroes that he can play perfectly. And they cannot ban that amount of heroes. So every player gets hero that he can play, preferably, and he can play in some certain level. And with each other's gameplays, it's enough to win just every single game, which I think is fucking mind-blowing to me. And that European team could do this. And my hat's to them. I'm really amazed. I would expect that from a Chinese. This type of standard I would expect from a Chinese, which actually is not happening. So back to the game, back to this one. NaVi against Mouse. European derby. German against Ukraine, Estonia. There's a lot of TPs. The tower will go down. Actually, Chen got the tower. Nice with the creeps. Oh, Cinderin, he's out of position completely. Funnick, vacuum, and Cinderin will be melted to the ground, unfortunately, for his... With the creeps too, so... That's nice lookout for every creep like that. As you can see, Funnick has a dagger too. So it's a double dagger with the Dandy. And Dandy is a search right now. That's gonna be it for a pass. One raise, that's it. Kind of out of position, Cinderin. He was like, controlling the creeps, getting glassy, which was very successful. But standing there too long. Too long. Let's see the black items. Of course, we are searching for the bear. It's gonna be probably Maelstrom. But it's just not there in this game. It's just not there. Because, like, okay, Koiva is great for control, and, but what would be great if black hat items, this type of initiation, like blink blink, and then the bear is hitting you in the face. If there's a first entangle, you cannot blink blink anymore. You cannot move anymore. You would need to force something, of, like, BKB, for example. He would need to force something of you. And he can just entangle you again. So, if black was farmed, or not free farm, let's say, and Koiva has the same amount of items that he has, for example, from Ancient, which NaVi wouldn't let, Puppy wouldn't let it happen. There will be, Sentry here already or somewhere to cancel it. So, but, so definitely that Laundry, I think, kind of screwed them, because like everybody else, it was fine. Of course, he lost against Dandy on a mid. That's 100%, but still. Laundry definitely... Yeah, they're waiting for him, and he cannot get it. He cannot get it in time, unfortunately. So Dandy will be getting Ghost Scepter, which actually means Ethereal Blade. Which is okay combo. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna be like amazing combo, vacuum, replicate wall, Ghost Scepter, sorry, Ethereal Blade somebody and then ulti. Like, or ulti and then Ethereal Blade somebody instantly. when the ulti travels, it's going to travel to him later than the Ethereal Blade is going to be casted, because it's like an instant cast. So that's not going to happen. Like that, it can be just use blink Ethereal Blade to Razor's kill when somebody's escaping, because at the BKB from Dandy. Of course, he was scared about. Right. Is there any like turtle or maybe like a bird or something that Dandy saw? There is something there, like a bug or something. Or he thought this guy's fucking gonna rob him with the BKB. He's like, oh fuck, you're not getting it. Just activating it instantly. Alright, so that's a BKB. Of course he doesn't care. That's a 9 seconds. That's still fine. But that's interesting. Did he say something? No, he didn't. Okay. So top lane might be in a siege. Of course, Black with his Tango is following it up with the team. Synderen having a lot of new creeps, unfortunately not many disabled creeps, so we have to see what's gonna happen here. Concoction is being casted, nice vacuum, perfect wall, Dandy ulti, and that's gonna be it. Razors, everything is down. Wow, perfect combination of NaVi. This is what we wanted to see. Shen will go down, Razors from Dandy will finish this off, and who's the last one? Koiva in a base. Watching from a base his team. And if I say that, I mean it. Let's see Koiva's view from this. He's like, yep, that's port to the base, I think. That's it. There's a Synderen. There's nobody else. Yep, that definitely wasn't so good. I mean, from a perspective of Mouse, unfortunately, Synderen didn't have even like any control creeps, even though they are affected by the vacuum, so it wouldn't matter at that point. So that was great action. Of course, it's noted. I should note. A lot of people from like a NaVi fan base will be like, "Oh my God, it's the best team in the world." But I like it. I have a smile on my face after these actions. Better than just, you know, like, "Yep, we pushed in your base." That's all she wrote. But there have to be a note that the Mouse is completely underfarmed. The only guy that has something is a Koiva. And Synderen didn't really have a good creeps there to kind of disable the outcoming something. So, yeah. The Koiva, never mind. He's got buyback though. He can buyback immediately if he wants to. But he's also not level to actually have an impact anymore. In this one at least. He's getting the Hex, or was about to getting Hex. There's an action on the mid. What's he being in trouble? Fada with the... Can they get him down? They can't. Dandy in the action. There's a mech immediately. Synderen will go down yet again just from auto attacks. The Fada will be focused, but nothing's gonna happen. Black Bear is there. He's there. So Black is being disabled. They focus more on the Bear, like... it doesn't matter here. Nobody of one of them is items. Actually, more items is on a Black. And Kurokai will be... actually okay, but Fada, what? Sorry, Pass is actually killing himself with the. I kind of want to see that. That was an unstable action. He killed himself, but I'm kind of wondering, like, nobody was there. So 6 seconds, 5.5. We have 4 seconds now, 3 seconds. There's a stun. Not many HPs there, and blast. That's a good play. That would be good play in a team fight, I would have to say. But of course, this was kind of after the team fight. So this is a NaVi performance that I like. And their Darkseer play. With this type of combination of like Shadow Fiend, very active things that working on their own are working fairly well in the fights or in the lanes, as you can see. Nothing Black could gain on the bot lane from this combo. Dandy was holding his own. There was one gank, I think one successful gank, one kind of failed gank, but Nevermore is hero to gain the momentum back. He doesn't need to just be on lane. He can be here. He can get here stack. Of course, there was a more like a Phoenix way to go. There we go, there's a, as I said, the Ethereal Blade, and that's the finish. Ethereal Blade can be used just that simply, and it's still a very effective item. As I said, of course, again, we have that certain advantage for NaVi right now, so, again, just putting it out there, that this might not work so well with the team that is kind of equal to them, in a sense of farm, and XPs, and performance. I think Mouse played a better Tinker, more impactful Tinker, I think, against some other Chinese team, which I might get to think game 2 because I think he played very well. And yeah, they second time actually I've seen Koiva putting, or his team putting a lot of focus on him, and I think they kind of forget about everything else because clearly the lane stage, nobody of them won, other than Koiva, which is not a carry. He would need Dagon like level 3, 4, maybe 5 at this point.
Dire's
Building towards, like, already having Hex. He would need, right, those type of items right now to kind of contest NaVi. Which he could because at the blade, so with the Dagon he could actually do some damage. But that's not gonna happen this one. Oh, black? What's the item? Vladimir. Vladimir. You have the Impale. That's a very good spell, but you know, they have blinks and BKBs. They have 3 blinks, so we can see one more combo from them. There we go, pass being out of position. Did they see him? Yeah, they had to. They had to see him somehow. There's a word right now. It wasn't there previously, so. Pass probably, yeah, he used the. Probably gave his position up by Impale or of course his own nuke. Gave the position up, they kind of saw from where it's coming, they went there, so there was no need for vision at this point. Yeah, I think NaVi is the strongest with the Dark Seer. I think that's Funix hero because we've seen, and I read on the forums, like on the Join Dota, about the NaVi thread. I actually went through it after some performances in the first games. Like, there was not much praise about Funix. His bad rider got chewed up by Nex. Chewed up. And completely. But this hero is just for him. Like, it works perfectly for NaVi, so I would be definitely careful about this because this can actually win a game by its own because he's gaining levels. He can get the levels that nobody else can. There's a Kurokai. Will there be a death? Yes, there will. That's Dragon Breath. So there's a Hex, as we can see already on a Poiva. Like, it's not bad timing-wise. It's great, fine, it's amazing, but there's nobody else. Wow, Black is actually down. Wow. 2 hits again. How can you do commentary of this? Like, can we just... There's a Ethereal Blade? No, not gonna use. Right now it's gonna be used. No. Blink away. There's a Hex. Rearm. There's actually Ethereal Blade cancelling his kind of initiation. Concoction casted. That's gonna be a kill for Concoction. Yep. Too much damage. Just level 1. Just, sorry, it's not level 1, but it'll cast like 1 second. That's enough. A split push. Or split kill. Let's go split kill. Apparently. GG. Well played. Alright, that was a good game from NaVi. I definitely liked this combination, and I think like there's little things that can go wrong with this one. Because, of course, the whole team against you with BKBs. If you watch the DK against LGDF, I don't know what game, maybe second game, I think. When there was Weaver BKB, Nakes, Rage, DK BKB, and Enigma BKB. So we have 4 Magic immunities. Indeed. That could work. That could definitely work. Magic immunities against this, perfect. Activate everything and just out-attack the other team. Let's see who's got more out-attack power. So, but this was definitely not the team to do it. So, I'm kind of hoping we're gonna see the replay of this against some certain better... Maybe we did, I'm not sure. Against some certain better setup or lineup of the opponent team. So that's it, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be waiting for stats. Apparently nobody wants to leave this game or GG, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I think at least.